I was thinking about it in the car. Like, I love YouTube. I love Instagram. I love Facebook and using those things to express myself. But if I don't have the material, then it's just not appropriate for me to make videos, and it's not appropriate for me to want to post and be on Instagram and scroll and waste hours of my time. And so I have trouble stepping away because I've created this idea within myself about disconnect. As someone who calls himself vegan, as someone who now picks up fasting and wants to eat less or eats in ways that are different from those around them, it creates a disconnect because they see my eating patterns. They look at me and say, "Oh, like, you're kind of weird." And sometimes it actually goes pretty well. Like with the vegan thing, a lot of people actually give me praise now, which is cool. But then when I do things such as fast and drink teas, I get, there's freaking toothpaste on me. Sorry, I can't. I do get praise, but some people really get passionate about it. And so I disappear off of social media. I talk to people less at work and I listen more. And suddenly I can just get by. But nothing feels that deep. I feel like I'm just making up stuff, but really I'm just attacking myself. So many things I want to talk about, but I'm going to stay on topic. So I just decide not to post things. And I decide not to share things with people. And I actually really enjoy it. Like when I went to go get my car, I just decided that I was going to stop doing YouTube. I think I said that in the video of honoring your energy. Like I honored that in myself. But by stepping away from social media, by stepping away from YouTube, Instagram, things that I genuinely loved, I came to terms with the idea that it was a very real possibility that I would never go back. That I would never touch my Instagram account again. That I would never post another YouTube video again. And with the ever-changing nature of life, which is just honestly beautiful nature, there's a start and an end. And everything in the outside world. And that's a really beautiful thing. When you understand that, you can relax, because if you're aware of things, you never lose anything. It always comes back, but just in another form. People get attached to the form, but not necessarily the truth of it. So what do I mean by that? Let's say you grow up and your mom no longer feels like your mom. Or your father no longer really feels like your father. People around you will start to express aspects of a father. Because everyone has the ability to be anything. From a skeptic to a freaking rock. We're not going to go there. But when it comes to things like social aspects, we're able to express every aspect socially. Every social aspect there is. That's a better way to put it. Sorry, I know, beating around circles and circles. I'm moving on. You can be a skeptic. You can be a father. You can express motherly attributes as a man in a male body. You can also express very fatherly attributes, very strong male characteristics that we'd attribute to males stereotypically as a girl. Okay, so what am I getting with this? If, like I said, if you fail to have a father figure by your biological blood father, another form of the father will come out to you. And it could be in the form of another person, such as your boss. My boss right now very much is like a dad to me. He's not someone that I want to disappoint. He's not someone that I want to annoy by just acting like a kid, by just not being present, not being, just not trying. Because he's so good to me. And same like my dad. My dad is incredible. My dad was my first best friend. Don't get me wrong, I love my mom. I remember being in the womb and just loving my mom. And as a baby and as a kid, my love for my mom is unconditional. But the first person to spark that feeling that I would attribute to a best friend was my dad. Because my dad he was playful, man. He just always talked to you. Just very real. Just very honestly. He's just honest. He's always genuine to you. And, like I said, I love my friendship with my mom. But we took some work. We butted heads for a bit. I was stupid a lot. And, yeah. But, with my dad not being by me all the time, and I said it in my last mic talk, that me and my mom, we don't talk every day. We don't text every day. But damn, I probably say I love my mom. Or I say I love my mom at least once a day. Minimum once a day. I miss my mom. Probably comes about after a month. If I haven't seen her. I'll text my mom. My mom texts me. We have group chats, all that. But what I'm saying, sorry, it's totally sidetracked. I just really wanted you guys to know, I love my mom. My mom's awesome. But my dad sparked the best friend attribute first. And he showed me fatherhood aspects of the father for the first time here in this life. And that form changed when I left, because I don't text and call every single day. Not to him, really not to anyone. But I still love that, and I still yearned for that, and I still desired for that. But if I let that go and realize the truth, which to experience truth, you must be silence. A silence is truth, and that should be interpreted as you experience truth through silence. In the last mic talk, I explained this too. I explained that truth is ever changing, but it's the same always. And I guess the same should be the feeling that's associated with it, because it feels so good. And if you become silent, this is a weird way. No, don't say that. If you become silent, you mimic truth, because truth is silence. In silence, you learn truth, because if you become internally silent, then you become truth, because silence is truth, and you'll realize that truth is you. Truth is within you, and it is you. It's always been you. And nothing goes away. When you experience truth, it's not like everything disappears. It always has the potential to be there. Whether you're experiencing it at that moment or not, it always has the potential to be there. So when you understand that, you can let go of people. You can let go of things. You can let go of forms that you're attached to, and I just have it return back to you in a different form. You never lose anything. Your life is so incredibly abundant. It's ridiculous. And if you can start to let go of things, if you can start to let go of social media, Instagram, YouTube, if you can let go of food, because if you eat food, you're going to have to process a high or a low based on if it's a sedative or a stimulant. And then you return back to truth because you're forcing the body into a state. To make it really yucky, you're raping the body when you do this. And that's why I struggle with food so much, is because it quite literally is abuse every time. It's just, how hard are you abusing the organs? How hard are you abusing your adrenals with caffeine, with energy drinks? How hard are you abusing your stomach with the level of acidity of your foods? How hard are you abusing the colon by just keeping it filled with poop and stretched out with a ton of poop, or not stretched out with a ton of poop, and you're not abusing your adrenals, and you're not burning your stomach with incredibly acidic foods? It's either one or the other, because you're drinking water instead, because you're massaging your kidneys, you're going for walks in the morning, you're letting yourself go through the withdrawal and understand that this is the process. This is what happens if you stray from balance, right? It's volatile. There's a lot of volatility, a lot of ups and downs, very sporadic, incredible highs to a small low, to an insane low, to a little up, and just crazy. It feels unpredictable. That's withdrawals. And it feels unpredictable because you've been trying to control the process this whole time. Whenever you take a substance, whenever you take drugs, whenever you do anything, you're trying to control the process. You're trying to say, no, I'm going to force relaxation onto myself. I'm going to force confidence onto myself. I'm going to force this onto myself, period. Because more often than not, you don't actually like what you're eating. Your mouth is cut up by the chips. Your mouth is dehydrated because of salt. Your breath tastes terrible. Your stomach hurts. And what you do is you just switch your attention to the pleasure that comes with fulfilling that desire of eating food, or with saying certain things to people, or having sex, or just doing things. And you realize that, no, you don't actually enjoy it. And it creates so much stress, which is just too much pressure. You can be hard, but you also need to be the right amount of soft too. Right? That correct pressure. And so we strayed pretty far. But when you're internally silent and you're experiencing truth, you're just relaxed. You're so relaxed because you experience everything through the lens of your internal state. So if you're completely relaxed, see just how beautiful life is, because nothing stresses you out. If you're stressed out, you're just focusing on the lack. You're not seeing everything that's there. And so that's like a millionaire freaking out because he lost a penny, and he's so focused on where he placed that penny because he needs that penny. And he's not looking at his millions and millions and millions and millions of dollars. That's people who chase money, man. When is enough going to be enough? I mean, sure, if you're doing it for the service of others, you're solving a lot of problems. More money, more problems, or more problems, more money. And you're given more money because clearly you're really good at managing it for the betterment of the whole. However, when you relax fully and you see the truth of things, you see that every dollar, every cent, every currency is yours. All of it is yours. And you'll get what you need when you need it. Jeff Bezos provides an incredible service to humanity, to our society, with Amazon and Amazon Prime, the amount of jobs he's creating, and the ability to get items so quickly. So of course he's getting hundreds of billions of dollars, because he knows how to manage it to make our lives easier, so we can focus on meditation, so we can focus on fasting, so we can focus on getting our herbs or our equipment to juice, to distill water incredibly quickly. Yes, deep down we all want that, because we all want to feel better. I'm not saying you in particular want to do that now, but you want to feel better. And so you want that you want those clothes, you want those video games, you want those items quicker. So yes, it absolutely serves your highest good to have Amazon and the knockoffs that come with it, and so on and so forth. But I hope you understood my point of, if you solve more problems, you're going to get more money. But you also have to understand when enough is enough. Okay, if you only have like $1,000, but you have all the money you need to pay your rent, your insurance bills, let's say your family pays for your phone, like you're okay, and the money's still coming in. You'll create the channels. That's another thing, is if you create the channels, of course money flows to you, right? So open yourself up, take in the love. Jeff Bezos, Elon Musk, they place so much passion, love into what they do. Now, I will say, I think it's inappropriate. And by inappropriate, I mean, ooh, that's judgment. I don't know if I'm going to follow through with that. I guess really the lesson there is, okay, well then don't be passionate about making money. Be passionate about the act of service that you're doing. But do it without expectation. Do it simply because you love it. That's passion. That's good use of passion. You can use passion towards someone that is emotionally toxic towards you, and you'll love them and forgive them, and you're hurting so much, but you love them so much. That's like misplaced loyalty. That loyalty to serve should be placed towards yourself, because when you have that self-respect, then you'll act on your dreams, and you'll place yourself in environments that don't stress you out, and you'll respect yourself and not take certain substances or eat certain foods, because you understand how it's going to make you feel, and you'll understand the people that you let into your life when you act and eat and consume certain substances such as alcohol and drugs. Those type of people that you allow in your life to almost tell you, no, we're gonna drink, we're going to smoke. It's crazy, man. You turn down things such as drugs and people get upset with you, because if you do it, then it's okay, and it's an excuse for them to do it. But if not, then they'll just be indulging by themselves. That's a really yucky experience to experience when you're around people. If you're around someone who genuinely doesn't need weed or alcohol, and you do it, you create all types of false judgments within you, because you project, not because, I mean, it is kind of because, but you project those judgments onto that person in the form of you thinking that they are thinking that, but really you're just aware of this crazy idea that completely pulls you from the truth. Because what is truth? Silence is truth. Be internally silent to experience the truth, because truth is always there. It's not something that you create, it's something that you observe. And so you can observe the outside world and see truth, but you also see the illusion that the outside world is. Okay, I don't want to be speaking in parables or these mysterious lines. I really want to emphasize you to meditate and become internally still, or as internally still as you can be, because as the noise, as you work down the noise. And the noise internally is these thoughts. Thoughts are not silence. Thoughts are distortions of silence. Thoughts are, again, they're noise. Noise is a distortion of silence. It's like silence would be a completely still, clear water lake. While if you are thinking, and especially have a chaotic mind full of anxiety, now that's just muddy water that's just rippling, swashing side to side, just crazy. You can't see at the bottom of the lake. You can't actually see what's there. But if you're silent and you look at that through that clear water lake, it's completely still. It's like looking through the cleanest glass you've ever seen. So that is how your internal state is your lens for the outside world. And it will change if you act. Oh man, honestly, I don't know. That's not true. It will change regardless. That's why you have to be careful of what you think. But it'll change much quicker once you start doing honestly anything. If you're anything but still, in a state of internal silence or as quiet as you can be, it's still going to affect your outside reality. Very subtly if you're still, but the little changes the big. So you'll experience way cooler miracles, in my opinion, if you can train yourself to be still. Be still while being still, if that makes sense. Internally still while being physically still. It's so cool. Yeah, I think that's long enough. That one was good. I like that. All right, love you guys.